Don't scroll. Stop right here. Maybe this is not random. Maybe this exact moment was written for you. Have you ever felt like a video? A verse or a small reminder comes to you at the perfect time, right when your heart is heavy? That's not coincidence. That's Allah calling you back to Him. Right now, through this message, Allah might be talking to you. He knows what no one else knows. He sees the pain behind your smile, the fear behind your silence, and a hope you still keep alive in your heart. And maybe He brought you here so you could be reminded that you are never alone. Stay with me until the end of this video, because if you leave now, you might miss the very words your heart was begging to hear. Have you ever wondered, how does Allah talk to us today? We know that the Quran is complete, that revelation ended with our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But Allah is Al-Hayy, the ever-living. He is closer to you than your jugular vein. So yes, He still speaks to your heart, just not with direct revelation but through signs. 1. Through the Quran. The most powerful way Allah speaks is through His book. You may open the Quran randomly, and suddenly, the ayah you read feels like it was written just for you. You were worried about your future and you read, and whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him. Quran 65:3. That is not an accident. That is Allah answering the question in your chest. Every verse is alive. The Quran is not just history, it is conversation. If you feel lost, open the Quran sincerely and watch how Allah talks directly to your situation. 2. Through your heart. Have you ever felt uneasy before committing a sin? That moment of hesitation, that whisper telling you, don't do it. That is Allah guiding you. And the opposite is also true. The sudden calmness and peace you feel after making a sincere dua, even before it is answered, that's Allah comforting your heart. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, righteousness is that with which the soul feels at ease, and sin is that which causes doubt and uneasiness in the heart. So the restlessness of your heart is not random. It is Allah speaking. 3. Through life's events. Sometimes Allah's voice comes in the form of life itself. A delay, a closed door, a hardship. All of these can be Allah telling you, wait, I have something better. How many times have you been upset over a lost opportunity, only to later realize Allah saved you from harm? When things don't go as planned, don't think Allah is silent. His no is often a louder mercy than His yes. 4. Through tests and patience. Every trial you go through is a message. It is Allah saying, come closer to me. Sickness, loss, heartbreak. They are not punishments but reminders. Reminders that this world is temporary, that your true home is with Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, when Allah loves a servant, He tests him. So when hardship hits, don't think Allah is ignoring you. In reality, He is talking to you louder than ever. Don't ignore these signs. Don't think they are just coincidences. Allah is speaking, guiding, and comforting you. If only you open your eyes and heart to see it. When we talk about Allah speaking to His servants, the stories of the prophets remind us that this is real, not just imagination. The story of Musa, peace be upon him. Think of Prophet Musa, peace be upon him. He was alone in the desert, lost, cold, and searching for direction. Then at Mount Sinai, Allah spoke to him directly. Indeed, I am Allah. There is no deity except me, so worship me and establish prayer for my remembrance. Quran 20:14. Musa, peace be upon him, was not expecting this moment, but it became the turning point of his life. Allah's voice guided him from fear into purpose. Now, you may not hear Allah directly like Musa, peace be upon him, but your burning bush moment might come as a verse, a test, or a reminder that reaches your heart, right when you need it most. The story of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, also experienced silence from Allah between revelations. For days, no verses were revealed, and the enemies of Islam mocked him. Your Lord has abandoned you. But then came Surah Ad-Duha. Your Lord has not forsaken you, nor has he hated you, and the hereafter is better for you than the first. Quran 93, 3-4. Imagine the relief in his heart when those words came. This shows us that even silence from Allah carries a hidden message, a test of patience, and then a response full of mercy. A relatable example for us. Maybe in your life, you prayed for something, a job, a person, a dream, and it didn't happen. You thought Allah ignored you. But months or years later, something better arrived, and you realized why it didn't work out before. That was Allah speaking through events, protecting you when you didn't even see the danger. So whether it was Musa, peace be upon him, in the desert, Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the silence of revelation, or you in your own struggles, Allah always speaks, sometimes loudly, sometimes softly, but always with wisdom. The question is, are we listening? Sometimes you think you are forgotten. You pray and you wait. You cry and you feel like no answer is coming. But what if I told you that the silence you hear is not absence, but mercy? What if the delay in your dua being answered is not rejection, but Allah's way of saying, my servant, trust me a little more? You see, Allah does not speak to us the way people do. He speaks in the language of the heart, in the language of destiny, in the language of moments that change everything. The reason you are hearing this now, at this exact moment in your life, is because Allah wanted to remind you that you are not alone. Every tear that fell from your eyes, He saw it. Every whisper in sujud, He heard it. And every time you thought no one understood your pain, He was closer to you than your jugular vein. Think about it. The person who left you, the door that closed on you, the disappointment that broke you, what if all of that was Allah's way of removing what was not meant for your soul? What if all along He was protecting you from what you couldn't see? Many times, you and I ask for something with desperation, but Allah holds it back. Not because He doesn't love us, but because His love is greater than our short-sighted desires. He knows what tomorrow hides. He knows what your heart cannot yet handle. Every time you felt guilt after sin, that was not random. That was Allah calling you back. Every time you felt sudden peace after dua, that was Allah comforting you. And every time you lost something you thought you could never live without, but found yourself still breathing, still alive, still moving forward, that was Allah strengthening you. Remember when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was mocked and people said his Lord abandoned him? The verses came, your Lord has not forsaken you, nor has He hated you. Those words were not just for him, they are for you too. Whenever you feel abandoned, remember that your Lord has never left you. The dunya may break you, but Allah never will. Sometimes we ignore the signs. We say, it's just coincidence. But there are no coincidences with Allah. the reminder that found you at the right time, the video that spoke to your heart, the ayah that answered your question, the test that pushed you into sujood. All of it is Allah speaking to you, pulling you closer, softening your heart. And maybe this is your moment. Maybe this video is not random. Maybe Allah wanted to remind you that your story is not over, that the pain you carry is not the end, but the beginning of something beautiful He is writing for you. He is the author of your life, and every chapter He writes has meaning, even the ones filled with tears. So, don't ignore the signs. Don't scroll past the whispers of your heart that are calling you back to Allah. Because if you feel this reminder pulling at your chest right now, it is not my voice you are hearing. It is Allah's mercy reaching out to you. If you've made it this far, don't let these words remain just words. Let them turn into action. Because reminders are not meant to only be heard. They are meant to change hearts. Maybe Allah brought you here not only to listen, but to act. Right now, take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Think about everything you've been carrying. The pain, the stress, the unanswered questions. Place it all in front of Allah. Whisper to Him. Even if you don't know the perfect words, He understands the language of your tears, the cries of your heart, the silence of your soul. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for when things get better. Start with a simple dua right now. Ya Allah, guide me. Strengthen me. Do not leave me alone even for a moment. If this reminder touched your heart, then don't keep it only for yourself. There may be someone in your life who is secretly breaking inside. Someone who feels abandoned. Someone who is about to give up. And maybe, just maybe, this video could be the reminder that saves them. Sharing it could be the reason someone else remembers Allah tonight. Imagine standing on the day of judgment and finding mountains of reward simply because you pressed share on a reminder. And I want you to know something. This space Allah is listening is not just another channel. It's a place where every video is meant to be a personal reminder for you. If this message found you, then know that the next one might be the exact answer to a prayer you haven't even whispered yet. That's why I invite you to subscribe, not just to support, but to stay connected to reminders that can keep your heart alive. Because faith is not built in one night. It grows with every reminder, every verse, every tear, every sujood. Before you leave, make a small promise to yourself. The next time your heart feels heavy, instead of scrolling endlessly, come back to a reminder that brings you closer to Allah. And if this video was that reminder for you, let it be the start of a journey. So don't ignore this. Don't let it pass like just another video. Take the reminder, make a dua, share it with someone who needs it, and stay connected. Because you never know, the very next reminder might be Allah's way of answering the prayer you've been waiting on. Don't ignore this moment. You didn't find this video by chance. You didn't press play by mistake. Allah brought you here for a reason. Maybe this was the sign you were waiting for. Maybe this was His way of telling you, I hear you. I see you. I have never left you. Life will always be full of noise, people, problems, distractions. But in the middle of all that, Allah sends whispers to your heart. Tonight, this is one of those whispers. The world might have turned its back on you, but Allah never did. Every tear, every prayer, every silent cry, He recorded them all. So as you leave this video, don't leave the reminder. Carry it with you. Let it change the way you see your struggles. Let it bring you back to sujud. And remember this one truth. Allah is still talking to you. Are you listening?